I'm gonna tell our story at the very end. To begin, I want to tell you a new story of the Pacific Northwest. The story of the Pacific Northwest began 3,000 miles away, to be exact 3,000 miles beneath your feet, because up from that spot in the core there is a massive column of magma, which is rising to two massive plates out at the sea. And those two plates are spreading in opposite direction, but their journey is the same. Right now, the wonderful plate is sliding right underneath your feet, in the exact same way that the Pacific plate is sliding beneath Japan. Now, the story doesn't end there, because that plate, as it dives, the friction and the depth cause it, the melt becomes a pool of magma. It rises to the surface and create landscape. This process created Mount Fuji. This process created Mount Hood. This process created Mount Rainier. And unsurprisingly, this process created Mount St. Helens. This process is called subduction. And subduction is about a lot more than beautiful landscape and occasional volcanic eruption. It's also about race. See, right now, you're standing on North America. Let me ask you, or something I'd like a good show of hands here. How many of you feel that anyone in the Pacific Northwest should probably be ready for this earthquake? Can I see hands? Okay, I'm gonna ask a second question. How many of you expect people to get ready for this earthquake? That you just display to yourself is what I call the common sense gap. When as a culture you know what the smart things is about, you don't expect each other to do it. So, how do we bridge the common sense gap? We bridge the common sense gap by building what is called a permission structure. Now listen, you all are preparing in secret because you think you're gonna get made fun of, which is weird cultural phenomena. But as you repeat that exercise of building permission structure over and over, what happens is you have begun to normalize preparedness. At the moment it becomes normalized, it becomes expected. And as soon as we expect this of each other, we have something new. We have a new culture. Culture is simple. Culture is basically each of us doing our very best to meet each other's expectation. That is the path to getting ready for this nearly unimaginable earthquake. And I want to end by giving you an idea of why this is so important to me. In 2004, my husband and I were living in Sri Lanka. And we were on hand for a tsunami that has created by the third largest subduction zone earthquake in history. And we worked together for 1 year on the relief effort and then come back home to claim a false Oregon. And what really frightened me about coming back to Oregon has not learned. It wasn't about our subduction zone. It was the worry of this question: can a culture that has never experienced an event this big change in anticipation of the event rather than after it when it's too late? Never have so many people understood so much about an earthquake as ours, but knowledge is not wisdom until it changes you. So Portland, Oregon, world, all of us are living in different variations of a common sense gap. Never underestimate the will of common sense to reveal itself. It's just waiting for your permission. Thank you.